Hey everybody, so we're gonna try for a quick fly through of Project Push Button, which is uh, automations around having Decwar and the related stuff running on your system. So one of the objectives is to be kind of platform independent, to be portable. So um, what you're gonna see definitely works on Raspberry, definitely works on MacBook. Um, Windows, it's going to be, minor differences. Those will get ironed out over time. But the the core is that it needs Python and it needs Docker Engine. All right, so that gives us the portability. If our system has Python and if it has Docker Engine, Project Push Button should work. That's the objective. All right, so we're in a shell. We're in an empty folder here where we're gonna do everything. So this, you'd have your own folder on your own system where you wanted to do this, but we're looking at Docker Desktop here, so this is just a GUI, and um, you know the Docker Desktop GUI doesn't work on Raspberry, but Docker Engine is on Raspberry. All that Docker Desktop does is uses the CLI for you. It talks to the Docker Engine, so you can do anything we're going to see on the CLI on the command line. And the GUI of desktop just makes things easier to understand. Maybe you can see. So we're on a fresh Docker system here. We have no images, we have no containers, and we're very soon going to have 3 images and 3 containers running in a Docker Compose system, Docker Compose network. That's what Project Push Button is all about. So let's just do it. Now what you need to do is go to the Git repo and get the install script. This is the only external thing that you need to manually bring in, right? It's all about getting the install script. So we're just going to copy that text, come into our shell, and we're gonna create that locally. And you can copy this other ways, right? The point is just to have it in your folder where you want to be. All right. Yeah, fine. Control V, copy the stuff in. Now write it to disk, write out. Yeah. Exit. So, yeah, now we got an install script. We use Python to run that. Python period install. All right. So this sets everything up. This is going to bring what's needed into our working folder, and shouldn't take too long. All right, got the stuff we need. There's now 3 folders. These are 3 Git repos, and they are about to become 3 Docker containers. Galaxy, Merely Players, and Texas. UTexas is the DEC-10 Docker container. That's where the real treasure is. Our UTexas source tape reconstruction is inside there. Our DEC-10 is inside there. It's going to fire that up. So now, we've used the install script. We've got our 3 folders from our 3 Git repos. The main player for controlling Project Push Button is in Merely Players. So this is kind of where the players are. So that's us as human players and also the robots, right? Which is key. It's all inside Merely Players. Inside here, there's another script, start. Right? So this is where we copied the install from, but now we're done with the install. And we've got what we need. Now we can just do start. This creates the Docker containers and the Docker Compose network, and that's what's happening right now. You're seeing Docker looking in each of those 3 folders, so each of the 3 repos. Each of those will become a Docker container. It's building the Docker images and then starting the Docker containers. So here's the Docker containers firing off. They've already gone. 3 containers are up. Now, the UTexas container is now starting the DEC-10 inside. You can actually see it. And the DEC-10 is immediately going to access the UTexas source distribution tape. We're going to see that right now. There it is. It's reading the tape, so it's reading in the Decwar files. Now it's building. It is building Decwar right now. We're watching it build Decwar. All right. It doesn't take long. Then it's going to link, of course. So here comes the linker. It's linking. It's allocating the different stuff to the different parts of memory. Now it's creating accounts. There's a Decwar account that created. It copied in the decwar.ini file. It just assigned the game to its proper location. In other words, you can do now rgam Decwar. All right. Now let's go back and look at Docker. So, we have 3 images. Yeah, and they're actually running. CIC, Galaxy, UTexas. UTexas is the DEC-10. Look at the containers. All right, here's our Docker Compose network, our Docker Compose system. It's called Decwar. It has 3 containers running under it, right? There could be many more, of course, but these are the essential 3, what we need. All right, each of those is on a port. All right, now the Galaxy port is serving the website with the Galaxy game viewer. And the game's not on right now, so nothing's there. So let's start the game and put in a bunch of robots. Put 10 robots in. So that's what CIC is another website. This is a REST API. We already have an endpoint here, CIC endpoint, which gives us the push buttons here. We can start the robots by just pushing a button. It's starting the robots. Believe it or not, it's all happening right now. So if we go and look at the Galaxy, it takes a little bit. The robots come in staggered so that they don't all jump in. 10 robots don't jump in at the same time. I think they're staggered by 5 seconds. And then, Galaxy it's reading it's reading the API. I think every 2-3 seconds. So over the span of 20-30 seconds, the 10 robots will come in. So there'll be 5 Fed ships and 5 Klingon ships. That's happening now. You can see the orange for the Federation, the purple for the Klingons. They're coming in. They're going to start moving. Yeah, they're moving. They're going to start fighting, doing their thing, right? The game's on. Game is on. All right. That's enough. We walked through. That is Project Push Button.